Oh my god, I'm having 2000 rupees profit. This trade is working exactly as I thought. Yes, my target is met. 5000 rupees profit is locked in. But wait a minute, I guess I should wait. 5000 से 7000 जाएगा. This trade is actually good, and instead of booking on my target, I should wait for new target. Yes, 7000 is my new target, and now I will wait. 7000 आएगा, it will come to 7000. Yes. अरे ये क्या? Why is this rejecting? Oh no, profit dropping from 5000 to 4000. 3500. No, I will not book. I was getting 5000. Now I will not settle for 3500. I will wait for some time. What is this? 3000? 2000? Oh no. No, I was getting 3500. I am not booking right now. Why will I book 2000 rupees when I was getting 5000? No, I will wait for some time. It will come back to 5000. Oh my god, it rejected from there. 0 rupees profit, minus 200, minus 500. Okay, let me exit now. Minus 1000 rupees from 5000 rupees. Does this happen to you? I bet it does. It happens to everyone who is struggling and interested in trading, like trying to learn what trading is, because it is a game of emotions, and until you learn how to control emotions, it is going to be difficult to be profitable in the markets. So in today's video, we are going to understand how to control emotions. So this is being talked about by everyone and everywhere, that you need to control emotions in order to be profitable in markets. But trust me, no one tells you how to control them. So in this video, that's exactly what we are going to understand: how to control emotions, how to control greed, fear, anxiety, panic, and then be stable in markets, be profitable in markets, because until and unless you are controlling your emotions, it is almost impossible to be profitable in markets. So without any further ado, let's begin. Emotional control is an aspect of trading which you cannot ignore or avoid if you want to be consistently profitable in trading. Many people on Twitter, YouTube, or social media in general are busy selling trading setups, trading strategies to people, trying to lure them into their traps. But trust me guys, it does not work that way. You cannot just buy some random strategies from some random people and hope to be a profitable trader, because it depends on so many things. It depends on how disciplined you are, how patient you are, do you have emotional control, how do you manage your risk, your position sizing. So many things are there, and when all of these things align together, that is exactly when you become a consistently profitable trader. So we talk about all these things all the time. Everyone is talking about controlling emotions, being disciplined, being patient, but no one tells you how to do so. So if you ask someone how to be patient, they will just tell you that be patient, but how to be patient? When you talk about being disciplined, they will just tell you that you need to be disciplined, but how to be disciplined? When we talk about controlling those emotions that are there, anger that is there, panic that is there, fear, greed, anxiety, so many emotions we experience while trading into the markets, but no one tells you how to control those emotions. So I thought, let's make a video on controlling emotions, because it is very important, because until and unless people learn to control their emotions, it is absolutely impossible to become profitable in markets. So emotional control is based on three different things. The number one aspect of it is being your expectations about market. The number two aspect is your position sizing and risk management. And number three is how confident you are while punching your trades. So let's understand all these things in detail. So number one is your expectations about market. So as you saw in the intro, the guy was in the profit of 5000 odd rupees, and from there he went on to lose 1000 rupees. So why does this happen? So we set our targets and stop loss for a reason, right? When we set our target levels, it is based on some resistance or support levels from the past. Similarly, when we set our stop loss levels, it is based on some previous price action levels that have had importance in the past. But why does it happen that whenever our targets or stop loss comes, we modify our expectations according to us and then just suffer losses? This is the everyday story of every man who is trading into the market. So when we have our targets right in front of our eyes, we need to exit, right? We set our targets for a reason, and when we do not exit on targets, when our targets are hit, what happens is we expand our target. So let's say you have a target of 5,000 rupees and that comes, the target is there. What you will do is, or what generally everyone does is, hey there, let's not exit at 5,000. I will wait for 7,000 because the trend is strong, this resistance will break, these sellers are nothing. So many things come into the mind and you do not exit. When you do not exit at the level that you yourself derived from the markets, what happens is market will not reward you. So if you're not executing your own levels, don't expect markets to reward you back. When we say our stop loss is being hit, our stop loss is right in front of our eyes, the markets are at our stop loss. What many people do is they will say that, hey, this market is going to take support not from here, it is going to take support from here, it is going to take support from here. There are so many support levels down below my stop loss, so I do not need to worry. But what we forget about the fact is we set our target and stop loss levels for a reason, and once those levels are breached, the emotional outburst starts. Because what happens, let's say you have a stop loss of XYZ level, that level comes right in front of your eyes, the level is there, you need to exit, but you think, let me not exit, let the market take some support over there, it will bounce back. So what happens is ego comes in between, because you're not exiting, you think you are superior than the market, and when that happens, market is obviously going to break your ego, so it breaks your stop loss, and when it breaks your stop loss, you are seeing a number that you shouldn't be losing in your mind. So you had a number in your mind, you had an expected number of loss in your mind, that I am going to lose this particular amount on this particular trade, but when you do not exit on that stop loss, that number expands, that number grows to even bigger number, and that is where your panic and fear starts to come in. Similarly, when you do not exit on your target levels, let's say your 5,000 rupees is the target, when you do not exit at 5,000, let's say market goes above 5,000 for a moment, let's say it goes 5,500, what happens is greed starts to come into you, and now you are like, I am not exiting here, I am going to wait for 7,000 and 8,000 rupees. So this is exactly what happens with everyone, because they do not exit on their own levels that they derived themselves from the market. Market is going to punish them. So when you modify or expand your expectations, the market is going to punish you, and you need to understand that. So your expectations need to be preset before you take a trade. So your target levels and stop loss levels need to be respected, because after those targets and stop loss levels are breached, your emotional outburst starts. Let's head to the number 2 point, which is positional sizing and emotional control. So let's say you have an account of 1 lakh rupees, and on an account of 1 lakh rupees, you are fine taking a hit of 500, 600 or 1,000 rupees at max. But now you have a high probability trade in front of your eyes, and you feel that this particular trade is going to go wonders, is going to do wonders. And now you feel, because it is a high probability setup, let me punch more orders, let me punch more quantity. So instead of punching your normal quantity, that which might be somewhere around 200 or 300 for example, you say that let me punch 3 times more quantities because it will generate me 3 times more profit. Now at this point, you do not think about the loss that is going to come if it goes against you, because we see only the positive side, right? We only see the bright side. What happens is, when we punch trade, most often it comes against us, it starts to go against our favor. So it happens to everybody, this is how market operates, but we do not analyze those things pre-hand. So when we punch more quantities than we should, what happens is, even though we have our stop loss in place, because we have more quantities, even a small move against us makes us panic, makes us fear, and we exit in that small move. What happens? That high probability trade you thought about, it does not come to your stop loss, it just goes against you for a moment, it does not even take your stop loss, and then bounces back to your target levels. But because you had more quantities than you should have had, you got more emotions than you should have had. Because you had more quantities brought you the more emotions, because when you have more quantities, any number that is going to fluctuate in your screen is going to be multiplied by the quantities you have. So let's say you have a habit of punching 100 quantities, but on this trade you punch 300 quantities, and now what's going to happen is you're going to have 3x more emotions because you have 3x more quantities. So this usually happens when you do not manage your risk and positions. So that is why we talk about managing position sizing, and risk management is so important. So let's now talk about the third aspect of emotional control, which is your confidence in your trading setups. So even if you're patient, even if you're disciplined, even if you know how to manage your positions and risk management and all sorts of those things, you need to be confident to trade your setups, because if you're not confident about your own setups, you're going to have emotional outbursts inside of you. What happens is, if you see a trade and you're not punching it because you're not confident, and that trade starts to go in your favor. Now what happens is you did not punch trade over here, and now it is over here, and now you feel, let me punch at this particular point because I do not want to miss it. And now this is called a FOMO entry, the fear of missing out entry. So when you punch a FOMO entry, what happens is market will always take your stop loss because it traps FOMO people and then head back to its original direction or take your desired target levels. So this happens to everyone. So you need to be confident when you are analyzing stuff, when you have been patient enough, when you have been disciplined enough to wait for a trade. When the trade actually comes in, you need to be confident and show that trust into your system to punch that trade right at that particular point of time. Because if you do not punch, then you're going to have those emotions. If it does go in your favor, you're going to have FOMO. If it does not go in your favor, you're going to be like, it is okay, I just got saved because I did not punch this trade, blah blah blah, and then 5 minutes later it is going to reverse back from those levels and take your targets. So the emotions are going to flow inside of you if you are not confident. So I hope you understood these three aspects, that do not modify your expectations. It is very important. Respect your targets and stop loss. It is a very basic thing, but it is a very important thing as well. The number 2 aspect is about emotional control is position sizing and risk management. So it is very important to manage positions, because with heavier positions you're going to have heavier emotions as well. So stay in your comfort zone, stay where you are being okay with handling those fluctuations of market. Do not punch more than you can afford to punch. And the third is being confident. So show your confidence when you are patient, when you are disciplined, when you know how to manage risk and all those things. Then you need to be confident and show that trust into the markets. Only then it will reward you back. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I keep coming back with such content that revolves around trading. And if you're liking these videos, then make sure to comment down below and let me know, because that helps a lot, that motivates me a lot. So I will see you in the next video. Until then, you guys take care. Bye bye. Peace out. So there are 3 aspects of emotional control. 3 बोल के 2 दिखाता है, cheater.